Hi there, lovely people. This is the remarks of Kemet, Goddess of Justice, Truth, Balance, and Harmony. And today I'm going to talk about our game parks. Our parks comes in three categories: the reserved park, or the national park also, which are owned by our government, and the conservancy parks. These are run by private individuals. And I was watching a video in Al Jazeera, and in this video there was a lot of there is a drought that is currently being experienced in the southern part of Africa, that is South Africa and Zimbabwe. And the most affected animals there are the wild animals, simply because they don't have anybody to take care of them. And in this Al Jazeera clip that I watched, I saw animals dying, and they were like saying, they had people, or the white people, who I think all this conservancy are doing very small thing or minute thing there, and they were kind of giving these animals, it was herd of elephant, a hare. And in this same video we did see some animals dying. The buffalo was there dying, and the lion was just sitting there. The carnivorous animal overfed by this thing, because for them it's a celebration, because they tend to eat these animals who are dying, and there are many of them that they cannot finish eating them. So you see the imbalance there is being created over the carnivorous animals and the herbivores. Herbivores dying at a high number, and then the carnivorous here eating too much that they cannot even finish eating the dead herbivores. So, and then there was a video which was blurred. You can see that it was an elephant with the tusk removed. So this is a celebration for these people who are calling themselves as conservancy or reserved national park. And they were blaming the government in this clip also, saying that the government is not doing anything. And for them, they did forget that the animals doesn't know boundaries. So the animals from the national park are moving from reserved parking to conservancy, then conservancy to national park, then national park to reserve conservancy, or the reserved park. And to me, I know for these people, because they have been having what we call game farms, they have been selling our animals at this time of drought. So for them, for the privately owned reserves and the conservancy, this is a celebration for them. And these people, I know they are the white supremacists, those who are here with non-governmental organization, pretending that they are taking care of animals, but initially they don't care. Remember, like Chobe River, Victoria Falls is full of water, but they have never, for all those years, they have never even bothered to connect a tap of water for this animal. And these animals, most of them are dying because of the heat wave, or there is the pod that they use is dry, completely dry. Like the hippos who rely on this pod, the crocodiles and the fish, they are all dead. But these conservancies, despite harvesting a lot of money, they have never done anything for those animals, and they have been getting a lot of money from these animals simply by visitation, which because they are able to make videos, and they sell these videos in the United States, United Kingdom, in the first world countries. They get a lot of visitors, and because they also own the hotels there, they are getting double. Oh, okay, it's like they are getting what can I say? They are getting profits on both sides, from the hotels and also from the animals, because people come to marvel at these wild animals, which are only found in African countries. And my point here is, we cannot continue having people looking after our wild animals, and whenever there is drought, they are not doing little. So for the privately owned reserves and conservancy, we don't need you here. We don't need you to take care of our animals, because our animals are they are dying in large numbers in your herds, and yet you pretend that you are taking care of them. You have been selling our animals to the zoos in your country where you originated from, and this also is giving you money. So we don't know whether the drought there is intentional. Maybe it's what you call the weather control that is controlling such thing in order for those people in that particular place to harvest more money. So these people are putting profits over our animals, and the more they are putting profits, the more we are losing endangered species of these animals, like the elephants. They are being poached, and also they are dying in this situation, mostly because they have large bodies, so they require a lot of water for them to survive. So for whenever there is drought, they are the most affected, and also they do require a lot of food to eat. The larger the animal, the more capacity of water and the more capacity of the food it wants. So whenever there is such crisis in the nature, they suffer so much. And then they are hunting this animal for their meat, skin and horns. So it's a celebration for them whenever they die, because they are able to get more meat from them. And we don't know whether this meat is being imported to first world countries. For the skin, we can see most celebrities donning these fur coats. So they are reaping the benefits of the suffering of animal, and whenever there is flourish or there is nature that is driving there, the green nature, the animals are healthy, they are reaping in both sides. And then there is this thing they call the sports hunting, where they get these people from the first world countries to come and maintain this animal, provoke them till they get berserk or they get mad, and that is how they are able to sport hunt. For them it's fun because they like seeing our animals acting wild when they are being tortured. And we don't know whenever they are deciding this animal whether our animals are getting proper attention, because whenever they are contained in in the enclosed facility, and these animals are created to roam freely without boundaries, so we don't know whether they are getting they are getting the attention they deserve. And these people has to return our animals back. If you know you bought an animal through this condition, you have to get that animal back to its nature. And these animals are best suited to be in the climatical condition of Africa. So keeping them there, it's a torture to them. Bring them back to their nature so they can roam freely. And also we need to take care of our animals. We don't need to see them getting or ending up in this condition. These people who are here, like I said, they are supporting these nefarious activities in their reserve park or the conservancy park. Pack your things and go. We don't need you. We don't need you to take care of our animals. We can do it much better. And also, whenever you are reselling them in the zoos, most of them are being used as what do you call this thing they do in the biology to test with their things with the I can't remember, but it's what they do is they collect the blood of these animals, and they are able to, or the eggs of these animals, and they are able to crawl. So we don't know whether they are even having patents of our animals. We don't know what they are doing whenever they take them in their own land. So, like I said, our animals, we are going to take care of them. We don't need anybody coming to take care of our animals. This organization here that are pretending that they are taking care of our animals, but they are just reaping benefits. They are reaping profits of our animals, but they don't care about them. Their concern is to make money. Please pack your things and go, because we won't condone this in our land, in our motherland. These animals are part of us, and like the way you are doing these heinous and nefarious things to us, that is the same thing you are doing to our animals. And I also recommend the governments throughout the Africa, please drop those charges you do. You are putting them in the national parks, so that we can support our local people here, so that we can encourage our local people here to go to those game parks, and also to tourism in Africa is going to be okay. We are going to boost the tourism in Africa. We cannot be relying on tourism that is coming from the first world countries. We need our people to enjoy our animals, also to know the species that are surrounding them and the way to take good care of them. So by allowing tourism in African country, by collapsing these borders they have put in our minds, man-made borders, it's going to reap a lot of benefits to us. We have everything that is failing. We have our airlines are failing because we have shifted our attention to the Europeans who are almost traveling, but for the African people, they are kind of contained in one place. They never move. And stop doing this to our people. If we will encourage people, if we collapse the borders, we make our Africa as one continent, one passport, then everything will be good for us. We will be able to visit other countries freely and easily. And this is what is going to make our Africa, our continent, to grow much more. But if we, like I said, if we keep relying from these people, we are not going to go anywhere. Like me, I would love to see one day moving from South Africa, West Africa, North Africa, East Africa, everywhere in Africa, enjoying to see my melanated people happy, seeing what they do, their cultures also, their language, what they like doing in that country. I would very, very much love to see such a thing or happening to me in future. So an Africa continent, one continent with one currency, with one visa, with one passport, without boundaries, will be a very, very good Africa, because we are the one who can support our own industries, the airlines, the hotels here, which we have less hotels which are owned by our own. Mostly our hotels here are owned by the Indians and the Europeans, which is a very sad thing, because these hotels, they are kind of exorbitant. They have this exorbitant price that we don't that makes our people impossible to book this hotel. So we need to look on that side. More hotels owned by the locals coming up, so that we can promote our tourism here, our trade. So to me, I would say that I would like to give a warning to this reserve park or conservancy doing these nefarious activities, which are the sale of our animals here without our consent, hunting them down for the meat and skin and horn also, sport hunting. Stop doing this, because we won't be taking this lightly. We won't condone this, and this has to stop. And also you need to pack your things, because you have proved that you cannot take good care of our animals. For all that time you have been here, we have been losing our animals. Some of them, like I said, that like the two rhinos are, the two white rhinos that are remaining are almost extinct. Under your heart, under your non-governmental organizations. So we don't need you here. And we need the Kenya Wildlife also and the other organizations that are all over Africa. Please protect our animals with everything that you have. This is your mandate to protect this animal, and you took an oath to protect these animals. We are losing those gorillas in Congo at a very high rate. They are very rare, and they have been living there as a community like the way we live. So they must be protected. Whenever we go to their habitats where they stay in the nature and kill them, we are failing them so much. And whenever we deny them the water, we could, because we are the only one who can connect these pipes. For them, they cannot do that. We are the one who cannot connect this pipe, and this pipe can do a lot of changes in this environment by giving them water. Water is an essential commodity in our body and also the animal's body. So, people, that is it. Do have a lovely day and take good care of yourself. And please remember, subscribe to my video